Galactic Standard Date. Year 11356. Day 96. Sol Standard Date. 4th of the 8th. 3267. Basilisk sat back and smiled as a bunch of wingless wasps donned new wings, who took in all the apprehensive faces as they slowly changed to shock, confusion, excitement, and amazement. Gazelle was the first to take to the skies, leaving Fon standing there as he stared on with wonder in his eyes. The other servants began to take to the skies en masse, following after Morelia and Gazelle. Soon a couple hundred wasps were happily performing aerial maneuvers throughout the skies. Solon stepped up next to Basilisk and glanced at his face. As seeing Basilisk happy, he felt his body's chest tighten, and a smile forced its way across his face. He looked up at the wasps flying overhead and said, "It's beautiful, isn't it? Seeing the wonder on their faces, the unabashed happiness. It truly is a wonder that they didn't develop prostheses themselves." Basilisk turned slightly towards Solon and answered, "Yeah, it really is a wonder. You would think that the rich would at least have them, but when I took the wings off of the rich snobs, before they looked as if I had taken their wardrobe in a single snap. Perhaps there is some sort of weird stigma against prosthetics?" Solon cupped his chin in thought for a moment before shrugging. "Well, in any case, I'll be turning their society on its head, through our little Morelia, yes? Teaching her governance from a post-Basilian Empire's perspective is sure to give her ideas that her people will enjoy after all." Basilisk nodded along before slowly standing up and stretching. Needed this little break. Well, it's time to get back to work." He looked up towards the group of wasps flying through the air, and Lazy started to fly up into the crowd of wasps. As he neared, the sound of buzzing became more pronounced, and he sighed before amplifying his voice to overpower the helicopter-like sound of the wasp swarm. "Hello! If you could stop and listen for a moment, I have something I would like to say." The swarm stopped flying, and looked towards the origin of the voice. They hovered there around him, as they finally broke from their reverie. Basilisk cleared his throat and began. "For those of you who have suffered under the nobles, I present to you a few options." He took a deep breath. "First off, you can all go to a planet within my empire. There you will get a free education, free housing, free food, and safety. Literally everything you could want, as I am taking personal responsibility for you. Second, you can go do whatever you wish among your own people. We can give you something to use as barter, or give you some of the currency that your people use after we gather some from the toasted noble cities. The third and final option is, join Morelia. Learn alongside her, live alongside her, fight alongside her, and change your people alongside her. Become her most trusted friends and allies. Those are the options I present to you. You do not have to figure it out immediately. Once you know your answer, talk to Solon. For now, I have to leave. More wars to save, and a limited time to do so." The servants all started murmuring amongst themselves, some flying back down to the ground to talk to their fellows in silence, some chattering to themselves as they weighed the options, and then Gazelle was just staring at Basilisk in silence. Finally she flew closer to him and glared at him before speaking. "You have done much for my fellows. It is rather suspicious. I do not wish to be freed from one tyrannical ruler, only to be placed under the boot of another. So, why are you helping us? Why are you really helping us? What is there to gain?" Basilisk just looked up and sighed. "Finally, somebody questioned my motives. I don't have any words that would suffice to convince you that I'm not here to be your new tyrannical ruler. The only thing I can say is, have Solon show you our history. Have him teach you what our empire is. If you don't like what you see, then you can just get some money and go do your own thing. The wings are free, and the money we would scrounge up for you is free. It was free the moment I decided to stick my nose into your people's business. I'm not so naive as to save people and not take responsibility. Although I must say, you seem to have a good head on your shoulders. I would personally appreciate it if you would stay with Morelia and assist her." He gave her a warm smile before flying over to Morelia. Gazelle cocked her head at him as he flew away. "I state my distrust of you, and you want to put me in a position of power? What kind of king does that?" she whispers to herself. Basilisk flew right up to Morelia and patted her head. "How'd you like the wings? Any discomfort at all?" She blinked a couple of times in confusion before stuttering, "No. They're perfect. I've never seen wings like this. They're so pretty. I can hardly believe you can just poof these things into existence." Basilisk beamed with pride as he heard the praise before he cleared his throat and focused on what he needed to say. "Sorry that I've left you with such a hard job, Morelia. For real, it's not really my place to decide your life for you. Thanks for going along with this old man's selfish whims. I will support you and your people in every capacity that I possibly can to make up for it. If you have need of something, just ask Solon. He's authorized to give you just about anything. Also, if you don't mind, I'll pass my contact info along to the nanites that are in your bloodstream now. If you need to contact me, just think about giving me a call. The nanite should connect you to me if you focus on it. Morelia gave him a small smile and nodded her head. I am not sure if I am ready for this, but I want to help my people however I can. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to do so, and yes, I will call you if I need anything. Thank you, again. He gave her a curt bow. I have to head out now, Empress Morelia. I hope that we can meet again in better circumstances. She nodded her head and gave her own bow. I do hope that we can meet again. Stay safe, Emperor Basileus.